Welcome to Taiwan, an enthralling island gem spotlighted in our map, beautifully positioned in East Asia, showcasing strategic importance in the Western Pacific Ocean. This vibrant haven is home to over 23 million people and radiates with a rich cultural heritage, mesmerizing landscapes, and a dynamic, diverse atmosphere. Discover an island that cradles astonishing, scientifically significant discoveries, holding the power to bewilder and fascinate explorers and researchers alike. These extraordinary findings, which we will unveil in this video, are not just significant, they're globally astounding, necessitating shared dialogue to be believed truly. Let's explore 19 surprising discoveries that have left the world agog with wonder. Number 19. Miniature Ancient Civilization. A collaborative international research effort may have substantiated the historical existence of an indigenous Austronesian populace in Taiwan. The remarkable discovery unfolded within a cave in the southeastern region of Taiwan, involving a team of archaeologists from Australia, Japan, Taiwan, and Vietnam. The team meticulously analyzed a 6,000-year-old skull and femur bones discovered at the site. Notably, these bones were identified as belonging to the Negritos, an ethnic group currently in areas like the Philippines, Malay Peninsula, and Andaman Islands. The findings cast new light on Taiwan's ancient history, pointing towards a sustained presence of a hunter-gatherer population on the island for millennia, preceding the Austronesian people, forebears of the current indigenous communities. Found within the confines of the Xiaomi Cave, the skull shares noticeable similarities with other Negrito skulls, and it, along with the femur, belonged to a young woman who stood just below 4 feet 6 inches tall. Notwithstanding, a conundrum arises considering the time frames, with Negrito skulls dating back 6,000 years and Austronesian populations approximately 5,000 years. Speculations abound regarding a potential linkage between the Negritos and the initial Austronesian settlers in Taiwan. The eventual fading of the Negritos is ascribed to their nomadic hunter-gatherer way of life, which stood in stark contrast to emerging sedentary agricultural societies. Their possible struggles to acclimate to evolving lifestyles and potential displacement from their territories are aspects considered by the researchers. Additionally, historical documents from the Qin dynasty are referenced, which allude to the existence of diminutive, dark-skinned individuals. Various accounts provide disparate viewpoints, some perceiving them as adversaries, and others asserting their eradication of the ancient populace approximately a millennium ago. Number 18. Giant Isopods consumption. A culinary wave has splashed over Taipei, featuring an unconventional star, the 14-legged giant isopod. Ramen Boy, a local restaurant, has uniquely integrated this deep-sea creature into their new ramen dish, sparking citywide intrigue and generating a waiting list of over 100 eager food enthusiasts since its debut. Mr. Hu, the establishment's owner, admires the isopod's unique aesthetic and employs a simplistic steaming technique to maintain its integrity before it crowns a bowl of rich ramen enveloped in a delicate chicken and fish broth. For 1,480 Taiwan dollars per bowl, customers are indulged in a flavor profile described as a medley of crab and lobster, offering a distinctly dense and mildly chewy texture. Giant isopods, crustaceous beings related to crabs and prawns, notably rank as the largest within the diverse crustacean species. Typically inhabiting oceanic depths between 170 to 2,140 meters, this species, labeled Thynemus jamisai, was identified near the Dongsha Islands in the South China Sea. Amidst the buzz, some environmental and health reservations have surfaced. Concerns regarding ecological consequences and potential health hazards, such as the possible presence of toxins or heavy metals like mercury, are prevalent among scholars, advocating caution in consuming this scarcely studied species. They stress the importance of in-depth research and a comprehensive species database. Nevertheless, restaurant patrons relish the exotic offering, recognizing that if the isopods were, as per the owner's claim, accidentally caught, exploring this culinary rarity becomes an enchanting venture. Number 17. Goblin Shark Discovery. In an unparalleled find, a pregnant goblin shark weighing 760 pounds was hauled from the depths of Taiwan's waters. Initially destined for a restaurant, The Taiwan Ocean Artistic Museum has now preserved the creature for display, marking it the largest ever captured in the region. Characterized by their distinctive long snouts and residing in depths up to 3,940 feet, goblin sharks, often referred to as living fossils by experts due to their ancient lineage, are notable for their pinkish-purple hue and a diet comprising bony fish, squid, and crustaceans. This particular specimen harbored a rounded belly, sheltering 6 unborn pups. Criticism has surrounded the bottom trawling fishing method for its non-selective impact on diverse species and seabed ecosystems. Although goblin sharks are not deemed endangered, encounters with them are scarce, and most data about them derive from inadvertent catches. Number 16. Cane toad infestation. Taiwan confronts an unwelcome invasion of toxic cane toads, presenting a palpable threat to its local ecosystems. Originally indigenous to the Americas, these highly toxic amphibians were introduced globally in the early 1900s. The alert to their unwanted presence in Taiwan was sounded by a resident's online photo share, which triggered an immediate search and capture operation. Over 200 of these prolific breeders, capable of laying up to 30,000 eggs and noted for their scavenging prowess, have been seized. Their rampant reproduction and absence of natural predators enhance their invasive potential, evidenced by their establishment in over 40 countries. The origin of their Taiwanese invasion is speculated to link back to black market pet trades or unlawful breeding and sales. While farmers initially hailed the toads for pest control and their symbolization of good fortune, the country is now engaged in containment efforts, with the efficacy of these interventions pending evaluation post the upcoming mating season. Number 15. Unexpected reappearance of the formosan clouded leopard. Witnesses from Alangji village in Taitung County's Darwin Township were awestruck by the unexpected sighting of the formosan clouded leopard, a species presumed extinct, in southeast Taiwan's wilderness. Rangers observed the elusive leopard adeptly preying on goats, leading to expedited investigations by the Forestry Bureau into this remarkable event. The Paiwan tribe, calling the leopard Liulja, convened a tribal meeting and implemented stringent hunting restrictions to safeguard the creature and its habitat. Concurrently, the Austronesian Community College Development Association launched fundraising campaigns to bolster conservation efforts. Ecologists underscored the leopard's elusive character and the hurdles it presents for capture. While specific sighting details remain undisclosed, the Forestry Bureau affirms the importance of these observations, planning collaborative investigations with the Paiwan tribe. The leopard's rediscovery carries significant scientific weight, especially given its last confirmed sighting in 1983 and subsequent declaration of extinction between 2001 and 2013. Number 14. Contaminated waterways. The stunning island nation of Taiwan is grappling with a pressing issue: the contamination of its vital waterways, including rivers, lakes, and coastal regions, which endangers environmental and human health. In a striking demonstration of this crisis, 3 design students from the National Taiwan University of Arts in New Taipei City, Hongyi Chen, Guoyi Hui, and Chung Yuti, propelled the matter into global consciousness with their innovative graduation project, Polluted Water Popsicles. In their concluding year of visual communication studies, the trio gathered water from 100 diverse sources across Taiwan, crafting vividly polluted ice cubes as tangible illustrations of the contamination. The pollutants tainting Taiwan's water stem from varied origins. Industrial operations, such as manufacturing and mining, dispense harmful chemicals and heavy metals into the water, while insufficient waste management and the mismanagement of agricultural runoff further exacerbate the issue. The ramifications are widespread, jeopardizing aquatic ecosystems and public health, given the reliance on these water sources for drinking, irrigation, and leisure. In a commitment to action, President Tsai Ing-wen has vowed stringent oversight and regulation of pollution sources, underlining the imperative to safeguard Taiwan's environmental and public health. Her statements underscore a recognition of the unique and irreplaceable nature of both Taiwan and our global environment. Number 13. 6.5-foot prehistoric worm. A harrowing discovery has been made in Southeast Asia, revealing a petrifying creature from over 20 million years ago known as Penicnus formosa. This gigantic worm, stretching to approximately 6.5 feet, wielded a set of formidable dagger-like jaws capable of tearing its victims apart. Its robust and terror-inducing presence enabled it to drag substantial marine animals into its burrow, creating a horrifying underwater spectacle. Identification of Penicnus formosa was facilitated by studying its substantial L-shaped burrow, which spanned over an inch in width. Employing rapid, lightning-like strikes, it would snatch unanticipating passers-by with its potent jaws, providing little opportunity for evasion. Fascinatingly, this ancient creature is theorized to be a forebearer of the present-day bobbit worm, recognized as one of the ocean's most daunting predators. The bobbit worm, highlighted in Sir David Attenborough's Blue Planet 2, can extend up to 10 feet and is notorious for attacking humans. The newly discovered species showcases intriguing feeding behavior, as it would covertly linger within its burrow, strategically awaiting the opportune moment to explosively surge upward and ensnare its prey. Captured prey, still alive, would then be dragged into the worm's subterranean lair for devouring. The unearthing of Penicnus formosa serves to bridge a critical gap in the phylogenetic lineage of bobbit worms. Scattered across global oceans and comprising thousands of species varying from mere millimeters to several meters, these worms epitomize diversity and enigma within the underwater world. Number 12. A colossal 85,000-year-old whale fossil. In the verdant jungle of southern Taiwan, a remarkable discovery was unveiled during an expedition led by an archaeologist and a local collector. Amidst the misty, moss-laden rocks and vivid foliage, a peculiar spectacle drew their attention. 4 ribs conspicuously protruding from the earth, heralding the start of an expansive excavation project. The archaeologists uncovered an enormous whale fossil, estimated to be 85,000 years old, spanning nearly 50 feet and approximately 70% complete, which included parts such as vertebrae, shoulder blades, the rear of the skull, and the jawbone. Remarkably, the jawbone was the most sizable and weighty fossil, tipping the scales at over 730 pounds. Its extraction from the forest, employing stretchers, required a team of 12 people and approximately 7 hours. The fossil is presumed to belong to a blue whale or a big fin whale, a species that once inhabited the waters off Taiwan's coast. Marking the first discovery of its kind in Taiwan, the fossil was transferred to the National Museum of Natural Science to facilitate further study, augmenting our knowledge of Taiwan's prehistoric marine life and history. Number 11. New human species. In a groundbreaking discovery, scientists recently revealed the first ancient human fossil found in Taiwan, comprising a nearly intact right side of a lower jaw with remarkably primitive teeth. The fossil, extracted from the seabed of the Penghu Channel approximately 15.5 miles off Taiwan's western coast and submerged 200 to 400 feet underwater, provides a tantalizing glimpse into the mysteries of human evolution. During the last ice age, when sea levels dipped, the channel was a land bridge to the Asian mainland. Designated Penghu 1, this fossil's journey began when an unidentified fisherman sold it to a local antique shop. Its pivotal importance was later discerned by a collector who conveyed it to Taiwan's National Museum of Natural Sciences. Analytical data from trace elements postulate that the hominin existed between 10,000 and 190,000 years ago. Intriguingly, despite the typical evolutionary trend toward smaller jaws and teeth during the Pleistocene epoch, Penghu 1's jaw and teeth unexpectedly seem more archaic. Scientists, noting similarities between Penghu 1 and a 400,000-year-old fossil from Hexian, southern China, propose that these fossils could signify a unique group of archaic humans. Nonetheless, they emphasize the necessity for additional evidence to ascertain whether it indeed represents a newly discovered species of human. Number 10. Unique hoodoos of Yearold Geopark. Situated in Wanli, nestled between Taipei and Keelung in New Taipei, Taiwan, Yearold Geopark is renowned for its extraordinary hoodoo stone formations. These distinct geological marvels, tall spires arising from an arid basin or badland, range in height from 1.5 to 45 meters, providing an astonishing natural spectacle. Within the geopark, Around 180 hoodoo stones, each at different erosion stages, captivate visitors and geologists alike. Arguably the most iconic among them is the Queen's Head, a 4,000-year-old rock bearing a striking resemblance to England's Queen Elizabeth when perceived from a particular vantage point. However, due to persistent erosion, its neck has slimmed down to a precarious 138 centimeters. Yearould's hoodoos, including the Queen's Head, undergo a perpetual metamorphosis from natural forces and human touch, prompting strict touching prohibitions. The sculpturesque formations experience a three-stage development. Seawater induces erosion by infiltrating rock cracks, gradually shaping stone columns. Over time, while the erosion persists, the calcium-rich sandstone atop the columns withstands wear, thinning the softer rock below and creating a mushroom-like pinnacle atop a slender neck. As these formations are gradually unveiled above sea level, they are continually shaped by environmental elements, with formations possessing evocative names like mushroom rocks, sea candles, the beehive, and fairy shoe. Yearold Geopark offers a fleeting glimpse of transient natural art, encouraging observers to witness them before time and erosion inevitably reshape their profiles. Number 9. Structure spotted via Google Earth near Itu Aba Island. The Taiwanese government recently implored Google to obscure satellite imagery showcasing enigmatic structures near Itu Aba Island in the contested South China Sea, triggering speculative debates among netizens. Despite general consensus among experts pointing towards military installations, the exact intent, be it defense, offensive, or surveillance, remains shrouded in mystery. Responding to concerns over national security, the Taiwanese government has sought Google's cooperation in blurring the detailed images. Itu Aba Island, also identified as Taiping Island, finds itself at the center of territorial disputes involving Taiwan, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines. Although Taiwan's Defense Ministry and Coast Guard confirmed making the request to Google, they have steadfastly withheld details regarding the structures to safeguard military secrets. Google, while considering the appeal, recalled instances where analogous requests have been denied in the past. Former government advisor Dustin Wang theorizes that due to their strategically pivotal locale overlooking maritime traffic, the structures likely serve military purposes, potentially acting as advanced lookout posts. Notably, China has erected military structures near other contested territories in the past, escalating regional tensions. Furthermore, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has articulated apprehensions regarding the persistent dispute, fearing its potential escalation to violent conflicts. Number 8. New strawberry crab species. A Taiwanese marine biologist has stumbled upon a crab species with a striking resemblance to a strawberry, igniting intrigue among the scientific community. This captivating crustacean boasts a vivid red shell adorned with small white bumps, emulating the appearance of a strawberry. Professor Ho Ping Ho from the National Taiwan Ocean University perceives that while the species bears similarities to crabs identified in regions like Hawaii, Polynesia, and Mauritius, it distinguishes itself with its unique, 1-inch wide clam-shaped shell. The discovery was validated by Taiwanese crab expert Wang Chia-xiang, reinforcing the credibility of Professor Ho's revelation. 2 female crabs of this newfound species were encountered near Kenting National Park, celebrated for its rich marine biodiversity, by Professor Ho's team in June. Regrettably, the crabs did not survive long, with pollution from a stranded cargo ship suspected as a probable cause of their demise. As marine explorations persist, scientists hope to discover additional specimens of this remarkable strawberry-like crab, paving the way for in-depth studies and concerted conservation initiatives. The ocean's depths, undoubtedly, continue to cloak numerous other enigmatic mysteries awaiting discovery. Number 7. New amphibious centipede. A striking giant centipede with a capacity to inhabit both terrestrial and aquatic environments has been discovered by researchers from Tokyo Metropolitan University and Hosei University in Okinawa and Taiwan. Dubbed Scolopendra alcyona, this magnificent tropical centipede, boasting a vivid jade-colored shell, stretches to an impressive 20 centimeters in length and 2 centimeters in width, making it the largest identified in the region. Marking the first new centipede species discovered in Japan in 143 years, It highlights the rich, yet largely unexplored biodiversity of the Ryukyu archipelago. Uniquely, these centipedes demonstrate amphibious traits, categorizing them as only the third known amphibious species globally. Preferring environments alongside streams, they likely face endangerment, residing in forest streams largely untraversed by humans. The scientists, recognizing the imperative of preserving their habitat and exploring the Ryukyu archipelago's biodiversity, plan to monitor and study these centipedes cautiously. This discovery underscores the vast yet undiscovered intricacies of our natural world and the cruciality of safeguarding such fascinating beings from extinction. Number 6. Discovery of intersect shark. In a stunning find off Taiwan's coast, fishermen discovered an intersect Pacific spade nose shark, marking the first such documented instance. This small creature, measuring a mere 1.6 feet and weighing 0.4 kilograms, perplexed researchers with its fully formed male and female reproductive organs, an exceptionally rare occurrence in sharks, which typically develop as either male or female. While the cause behind the shark's intersexuality remains undetermined, possibilities include genetic factors or environmental contamination. This unusual discovery, which presents a mystery as no intersex sharks carrying live embryos have been found, prompts compelling questions about the reproductive mechanisms of these ancient marine inhabitants and offers an intriguing lens into the enigmatic world under the sea. Number 5. 800-year-old discovery. In the Taichung area, a poignant archaeological discovery eloquently speaks to humanity's ancient past. The skeleton of a young mother lovingly cradling a child, their remains dating back approximately 4,800 years. Unearthed amidst 48 sets of remains during a meticulous year-long excavation starting in May 2014, this tender find represents the earliest known human activity in central Taiwan. Seeing an eternal maternal bond preserved across millennia deeply moved the archaeologists and staff. Utilizing carbon dating techniques, it was determined that these individuals witnessed the dawn of human settlement in the region. Beyond its emotional impact, this discovery provides valuable insights into the ancient inhabitants' lives, societal structures, and burial practices, forging a poignant, tangible connection to the distant past and illuminating our understanding of early human societies. Number 4. Massive sinkholes. A sudden and alarming appearance of a substantial sinkhole in Taipei's Xinyi district led to swift evacuations and immediate investigative actions by local officials. Located perilously close to a construction site, the sinkhole, measuring an impressive 15 meters in length, 3 meters in width, and 3 meters in depth, presented a serious and unexpected risk. When the earth shockingly gave way, sending bicycles and scooters into the abyss, startled witnesses reported a loud, jarring sound, contributing to the chaos and urgency of the situation. Preliminary investigations linked the phenomenon directly to diaphragm wall works at the neighboring construction site, prompting an immediate halt to all construction activities and implementation of preventive measures against further collapses. In a decisive response to the incident, the Taipei city government imposed fines of 90,000 new Taiwan dollars each on the construction company and the architect, signaling strict accountability in urban construction challenges. Number 3. Prehistoric underwater discovery. The Underwater Archaeological Institute, in pursuit of a submerged town, fortuitously discovered a wall-like structure beneath the waves, igniting public intrigue and garnering support from the National Museum of History's Marine Archaeology team. Thought to be remnants of the fabled continent of Mudalu, home to Asia's earliest Katagalan civilization, the structures mystify researchers due to the absence of human remains and artifacts, despite the team's firm belief in its human origin, proving the theory is clouded by looming financial hurdles facing marine archaeology in the area. Future exploration could potentially validate their hypothesis and shed light on prehistoric civilizations. Number 2. Blue sea slugs in Taiwan. Researchers in Taiwan, specifically Assistant Professor Lo Liuqi and their team, have been stirred by the unexpected discovery of Glaucus atlanticus, a sea slug usually found in tropical locales but not previously seen in Taiwanese waters. The initial sighting of about 60 of these uniquely blue sea slugs was made by Wang Qiancheng, a local bed and breakfast owner and tour guide during a routine tour. Named for their resemblance to Glaucus, a figure from Greek mythology, these sea slugs have prompted discussions about the effects of climate change, as Lowe suggests that warming seawaters might be driving their northward migration. An additional factor might be the availability of their preferred prey, such as Portuguese man-o'-war and velella, particularly in waters near Xiaoliushu Island. Glaucus atlanticus is noted for its immunity to man-o'-war venom, even storing it to create a more powerful sting. Researchers urge avoiding physical contact with and consuming these slugs, underlining their potential danger despite their intriguing appearance. Number 1. Beetle Nut Dependency. In Taipei, Ling Ling, a youthful vendor, diligently stations herself roadside, luring truck drivers and laborers to purchase beetle nuts, a prevalent, albeit addictive, snack in Taiwan. When chewed, beetle nuts, enveloped in beetle leaves, yield a stimulant effect akin to espresso or amphetamine, albeit carrying the peril of mouth cancer. Alarmingly, roughly 90% of oral cancer patients in Taiwan are affiliated with a beetle nut chewing practice. Despite associated health detriments, beetle nut usage perseveres, fortified by perceptions of it offering energy, sociability, and warmth, especially among outdoor workers. In response, Taiwan has instated fines for ejecting beetle nut juice and motivated farmers towards alternative cropping. Additionally, sartorial constraints have been applied to beetle nut vendors. While there's discernible progress noted in decreasing beetle nut consumption rates, particularly among the urban youth, the pervasive issue of addiction and concomitant risks persist, necessitating ongoing efforts to mitigate and ideally eradicate this perilous tradition in Taiwan. Did any of these discoveries shock you?